Hello everyone, welcome to Retalion Games. I'm Tanner Pearson, and welcome to Devlog number 1 of Project Tamarack, code name for whatever this game will actually eventually be named. So for now, we're going to go over some of the gameplay mechanics. We'll talk about some of the code and the core mechanic, and talk about where this is going in the future. So thank you all for coming to join me. So let's just hop right into the game here. The game is all about taking these decks of cards and taking the top card and putting it into the right zone. It's a little bit of a speed reaction time. So here's your deck of cards in the middle. These are the zones around the edge. Each zone is color coded and has a symbol associated with it. So you take the card and throw it into the right zone by clicking and dragging with the mouse. The timer over here, if it hits midway, breaks your combo. Boom. That's a bug that should have broken that combo. Or maybe it only I gotta figure out bug stuff. But basically, if you throw the card in the wrong zone, you lose a life. If the timer ends all the way, lose a life. Your goal is to get all the way through this deck and get as high a score as possible without losing 3 lives. And we shall see if I can actually do it. So right now the high score is just saved per session. I plan on actually going in and making sure it's saved to disk soon, so that you can keep your progress between play sessions. So looking at some of the code that I'm using for the card drag stuff, a lot of this code came from a tutorial on YouTube by a channel called Nade, who did some nice Unity tutorials. This one specifically is his one about dragging sprites in 2D. One of the key bits that I took away from this was capturing the local position of where the mouse clicked on the sprite. So then I apply that to the movement. That way the mouse pointer stays in the same spot on the sprite the whole time you're clicking and dragging and moving it around. I also record the actual start position of the mouse and end position of the mouse when you let go. And those are used to create a vector, which is then used for the force applied to the card to throw it. I also have keyboard controls in here, mainly for debug purposes, but also for accessibility stuff. I will likely have those toggled on and off in the options, but we'll see. As right now, it's just WASD and arrow keys. Another part of the code that I'm actually pretty excited about is my scriptable object, the deck data, which is used by the deck builder here to actually build the decks of cards for each level. So each level is basically just has a scriptable object which tells it how to build it. So the scriptable object, if we look here in Unity, just has one element that is the deck name and then an array of cards, which are just strings. The first part of the string is the type of card. So these are all color. So they're just plain color cards, the most basic cards in the game. Other types, there might be special cards later on, like color bleed, where if you throw it into a zone, the next 5 cards are going to be of that same color. Or a time speed up card or a time slow down card, extra life, that sort of stuff. Mix around the zones. Stuff to mix up and change up gameplay. The second item here is the type of the ID of the card. So for color cards, it's just what color is it. And then the 20 there, that is the amount of the card in the deck. So based on that, it takes all that in, parses it, and then builds structs of the cards that just have the type and the ID. It generates the right amount of them and then shuffles them. And a pretty naive shuffling algorithm, I might expand upon that later. And then it goes through the shuffled cards and instantiates the game object prefabs for all the different cards so that you can actually grab and throw them. And then at the very end, I set the first card to be interactable. As you play the game and you drag cards off the screen, basically the whole deck just shifts closer to the screen, one card at a time, and the front card is always set to be interactable, so you can grab and throw it. So yeah, that is sort of the core mechanics and some of the code behind them in Project Tamarack. Thank you so much for watching this devlog. Uh, Moving forward, I plan on adding in the option screen and how to play, and as well as saving and loading high scores from disks, so it's a bit more of a complete experience for people. When I get to that point, hopefully this weekend, I plan on releasing a public demo on itch.io. I will put out a video then and let people know when they can download it. I will also post on Twitter, so if you want to follow me there, I give a little bit more frequent updates on Twitter. It's at the T Pearson. I'll put the link down below along with a link to the tutorial for the sprite dragging that I got from Nade. So yeah, that's sort of what's coming up next. And then after that, I'm going to be adding in special cards and doing much more decks, and it's going to be a lot more content stuff along with bug fixing in the future, because I got sort of the core game down here. It's going to be updating more content, more features, and stuff like that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you want to follow me on this journey, please subscribe or follow me on Twitter or both. If you want to share this video, that'd be great. If you think this would be something that other people would be interested in, that'd be awesome. So sharing it would be great. And if giving it a like also helps with visibility on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for watching once again, and have a great day.